Stress is everywhere, right? And you're probably dealing with more stressors than anyone around you knows about. At least that's what it feels like. And there's some truth to that, actually, because the effects of stressors in our lives are largely dependent on how we perceive them and on how we deal with them. It's common to feel like the stressors in your life will never go away, like you're stuck with it all. And it often feels that way, but once again, our attitude toward the challenges in our lives, to include stressors, determines our ability to deal with it all. We may feel like it's impossible to manage the stress, but the truth is that we manage things all the time. In fact, our time is one of the things that we manage the most, even though it feels like the things around us are often managing us. But we are actually in control. And when we realize that and believe it, our outlook changes, our perspective on things. Over the years, I've come to believe that just about anything is possible. As long as I embrace the reality, whatever it is that we're talking about, I prepare for it as best I can and then own it. For example, those of us with kids probably remember a time before children when it seemed like we were always busy. Well, now with a child, you wonder what you spent that time on before, because now it feels like so much of your time is spent on your child. And the same is true when you have more than one child, right? When you have two or more, you wonder where all the time was when you only had just one. Another thing I think about is this. What if the current me could go back in time 20 years or so and ask the old me a question? That question would be, do you think you can run a small business that includes producing weekly videos and a podcast, work in a demanding leadership position in the same career field you're in now, while maintaining a fruitful marriage and actively raising 2 children, and also racing in long-distance triathlons, and write a book all at the same time? Well, my answer would have likely been a laugh out loud, followed by a resounding no. Well, guess what? I'm doing all those things now, and I'm not even the busiest person that I know. So here's the point. You have the ability to manage your time and not have the things in your life manage you. But it starts with the belief that you can. I wasn't able to do any single one of these things that I'm doing now until I believed that I could. And even when I thought my plate was full, the unexpected circumstances of an ailing parent was added to my plate. And it was more important to me to make that a priority too. Things will come up. You will be challenged, but believe that you can handle these things. You are more capable than you know.